Hi Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the light bringers, and the soulpreneurs of this world to live their most magical life. So if that's you, make sure you hit the subscribe button below with the bell so you can get notifications for all the videos that I share here on this channel. So we're going to dive into your month of June 2020. What do you need to know? What messages do the angels have for you? And how can you best navigate this month? So we're going to dive in, and the first cards that we're going to take a look at is just connected to the overarching themes that you can expect in this month. And just like taking a look at the overall spread here, I just feel like you're really going to be finding yourself feeling pretty content. And I think you're going to have some work to do and some shifts and some changes. Of course, we're always doing our work, but overall, I just see you like shining your light, feeling bright, feeling good, feeling positive, really feeling joyful and happy with your life. So I'm excited about that energy for you guys. The first card that we have here is the Awakening card reversed. And this is like, I feel like truly what allows this light-filled energy in. I feel like you're kind of looking at things from a different perspective. It's like you've been processing, you've been looking at things for quite some time. You've been, you know, trying to decide what you want to do with this and what you want to do with that, and processing it and exploring it and feeling it out. And I feel like something just connects for you this month where you understand things from another perspective. You feel like you can move forward with some of the things that you maybe had already understood, but you weren't quite sure how to move forward with it. So I do feel like that is coming with this. I do feel like there's going to need to be some patience throughout the month in terms of moving forward, but at the same time, I do feel like you're like ready and prepped for action as we're moving further into the month, and you're ready and prepped to just move forward in a more positive way in your life. I just think that you see things really differently and much more clearly. Then we have the Sun card, right? The Sun card is one of my favorites because it's all about happiness and joy and positive outcomes and you being connected to your light and you feeling joyful and happy and successful and just excited about your life. So there definitely is this theme showing up as we go through this reading here today. Then we have the Knight of Air, okay? So there's a little bit of a, like, you're going to have some opposing energies here, I think, in this month. So some areas of your life are going to feel like they're moving forward rapidly. They are going to feel like, I don't know, like there's just like this burst of energy being put into things. And I think as a whole, like we've been all as a collective doing things a little bit more slowly, doing things a little bit like we've been receiving a lot of energy downloads, and I've found that people are just kind of moving more slowly and not finding that they have the same level of energy. But I feel like with this, you guys really do just feel this surge of energy, this surge of momentum, this energy that just really helps you to be successful, that helps you to move forward with some things, that helps you to take charge of your life. So there's some really positive shifts happening for you in this month. Then we have the Donkey card, okay? So this is all about keeping your heart open no matter what, and I feel like you kind of do. I feel like that's part of the shift is you kind of understand that you can keep your heart open and you can be okay. You know, that you can manage any emotions that come up, that you don't have to be so protective of yourself. You don't have to be, you know, it's okay for you to be vulnerable. It's okay for you to be open. I think of some of my friends who are Cancers, and they just have this beautiful, beautiful ability to just keep their hearts open and to love in such a big way. So keep doing that. That's such a beautiful thing. Don't let any hurt or pain shut that down for you. We don't want to see that. We want you to just really, you're naturally so good at just keeping that heart open and connecting to that vulnerability. Then we have the Queen card. Remember the queen that you are, okay? Remember the royalty that you are. Remember that you are not only enough, but deserving of amazing things. And you were created for a purpose, and you were created to lead, and you were created to just do really amazing and magical things. So treat yourself. accordingly. The next cards that we have here are connected to the challenges that you might expect for yourself throughout this month. So the first card that we have here is the Emperor card. So there's going to need to be some look at like creating some kind of a structure, creating some kind of an organization to something. I think like sometimes Cancer can be, with this being a water sign, kind of flowy, and flowy is a good thing, but there is a need right now to put and develop a structure around some things, to do things a little bit differently, or if you already have a structure around some things that are feeling kind of haphazard and all over and like they're not working, it's time to change it up. It's time to add in a different structure, a different way of doing things. And then we have this Six of Air reverse and the Seven of Earth reverse. And this is kind of where I'm seeing the stuck energy for you guys, okay? This is where I'm feeling like there are some things in your life that even though you're feeling good, even though some things are moving forward really rapidly, there is kind of a pause in maybe some other areas of your life. And this is just about be patient with it. Any pause in action with the Seven of Earth is temporary. Any pause in action is not going to last forever or any extended period of time. The seeds that you have planted have been planted, and now we just have to wait for them to germinate. Now we just have to wait for them to sprout. Now we just have to wait for them to grow into what they are destined to grow into. So be patient, have patience. Don't quit just because you feel like something is moving too slowly, okay? Then we have the Six of Air. This is the Six of Air reverse. This is like, again, like a feeling of, okay, so it's not moving forward as quickly as I would like. Maybe it's feeling stuck. Maybe it's feeling like you want something to move forward. You're trying to control something, but it's just not moving forward. Lean into your flowiness. Lean into this flow of just allowing things to come in their divine timing. Okay, this can also be, I feel like there's such a need for travel, or for shaking things up a little bit this month. So that also is a message for you to make sure that you're getting out there. Travel's a little challenging right now. Things are kind of opening up right now. So if you can even just get away for a little getaway, or even just getting away for the day, just going to do something different, mixing up your routine, shaking it up a little bit. I feel like that'll be really beneficial to you this month. Then we have the Gray Squirrel card, okay? And this is about finding new ways of solving problems. And I feel like this is really in connection with the Emperor card. This is really saying, like, find a new structure, do something different, do it a different way than you had done it before, because there's a better approach that's going to lead to better results. Okay, so like whatever area of your life is needing structure, is needing something, adding that in, doing it differently, being open to different ideas for how to do that is going to be helpful and beneficial for you. Now we also have, in terms of challenges, the prostitute reverse card, okay? So when we think about prostitute energy, right, it's doing things for money or for gain in some way that really, like, we're selling our soul to receive. We are, what the card actually says is it places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. So where are you doing that? Where are you choosing money or some other kind of a benefit over like what your soul is really wanting, what your soul is really calling for? Sometimes this is a job, right? Like, how many times do we prostitute ourselves in a job where we hate it? We're going there day after day after day, and we're really simply there for the money. And so I would say to you, whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's something else, how can you do it differently? Are there other possibilities for you? Can you continue to receive the gain that comes from whatever this is, but also do it differently, mix it up, receive different benefits? Like, can you find another job that is a little bit more in alignment, or a lot more in alignment, preferably with your life purpose, with what you're passionate about, because when we're passionate about things, we can make money doing them. So just being open to different ideas, different possibilities. With that awakening card reversed, I do feel like some of that's just going to be coming in. You're going to be guided, you're going to be shown. So trust in that process. The next cards that we have here are all about the gifts that you can expect to receive throughout this month. And again, I see a lot of gifts for you, you know? So we had that sun energy, and now we also have that star energy, being in the spotlight, being celebrated, being appreciated, and being connected to your light. This is such a great energy. So this combined with this queen energy too is really saying to me, like, if you're invited to be in a leadership role, or you're considering taking on a leadership role, this is a great time for you to do that. Or if you are just feeling called to lead something, to help people with something, to serve in some way, do it, because you're going to shine through it. That is going to be really beneficial for you. And then we have the 9 of Water upright. The 9 of Water upright is like, you're loving your life. Your wishes have come true. You're excited about the things that are happening in your life. So again, such a good vibe, such a good energy here. You know, it says concerns fade away too. You know, I just feel like it's such a much lighter month overall for you. And boy, I keep saying this, but Cancers have really been through it, I feel like. And in terms of the astrology, in terms of like your path in the past several years. And this is like finally the reward. Finally things are starting to improve and get better, and you're feeling more optimistic and more excited. And the next card that we have here is the King of Water reversed. Okay, so I do feel like there's something happening again in combination with this donkey card where, you know, you are considering closing your heart. You are really thinking about, how can I protect myself a little bit better? But again, I really want to point out like that one of your gifts that you have is this ability to be open, to be loving, to be vulnerable. And even if it means that we feel the pain, that means that we're living, you know? We can feel everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And so consider just not actively choosing to shut that heart down. In fact, actively choose to keep that heart open, to be open to receiving love and help from your friends and family and from the people who love you the most. Because if you can keep that open, you also are open to receiving God's love, the universe's love, whatever you want to call that, but you're open to receiving that. And when you're open to receiving that, you will always feel full. You will always feel filled with love. You will always feel just uplifted and carried and loved, because that is the love that's always available to us no matter what we have going on in our personal circumstances. The next card that we have here is the Rabbit card. Recognize your significance. Understand and recognize that you're deserving of love, right? If we're talking about keeping this heart chakra open, you are deserving of love. You are significant. You are important too. Each and every one of us was created for a reason. You were created for a reason. So recognize how significant that is. Recognize how magical you are, right? Like we have this unicorn in the background. That's always my symbol for magic. You're magical. You know, unicorns and rainbows here on this card. You are magical. You are created to be magical, and it's about damn time that you saw it. Now, the last card that we have here is the Student card reversed. Okay, so, you know, what lessons have you been learning that you haven't necessarily been recognizing, that you haven't necessarily been growing from, developing? You know, where do you need to keep tweaking that personal development? Or, you know, this can also be like, where are you not using things that your knowledge, your wisdom that you actually have developed within yourself? Where are you not tapping into that? Where are you, you know, are you working in a job where you're not using the knowledge and the wisdom and the skill set that you have? Are you not pulling from your wisdom that knows what's best and right for you and for your life in a circumstance in your life? Where are you not pulling from what you know? Or where are you ignoring what you deep down know to be the answer, because that's going to be really, really key for you as we're moving forward. So those are your messages for the month of June 2020, Cancer. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button below. And if you want to learn more about me or about Clarity, you can check me out at discoveryawakening.com. I will see you guys soon with another video. Take care.